done it right. So
I'm checking out.
Okay, so how important is internet marketing? Oh, I'm sorry.
Just be in tune. I think a lot of times what's happening, like, I just got a chance to hear the conversation between the two. He had this idea 2 years ago. A lot of times, people miss the wave, and you're not in tune to what's getting ready to happen. There are things, like in the industry, there are things, if you recognize what's going on, there's a shift almost repeatedly. Like, I'll give you an example with producers. When Kanye West is out, more likely than not, you'll hear Swiss. When Timberland is out, you might hear Pharrell. There's a change of guard all the time, especially even with artists. They have a change, they shift. You'll see, well, Beyonce comes out, maybe Alicia Keys is out, or maybe you'll hear Keisha Cole and somebody else. You have to know the wave of what's coming up, because if you're in the studio making records and you're putting something out 3 months behind because you're just in tune to what's going on the radio, then you're setting yourself up for failure. So you need to be in tune to what's getting ready to come to fill the void so that you can be important and be a necessity to what's going to be served to the market in the next few quarters. Because we're getting ready to embark into the fourth quarter, but how many people in here really know what's going on and the changes in the industry between Universal and Def Jam and stuff like that? Educate yourself to know if you're going to go get a deal, getting signed. In the marketing process, you have to be in tune to what's coming up so that you can market yourself to the right people.
Wow. 3 words: always remain relevant. So, or try to. Sometimes it's hard, but if you push, you can make it happen. Get in touch with some of these guys after the show. Hit up some websites. Anybody else want to elaborate on that? Anybody else? Okay, I'm sorry. That's right. The internet marketing campaign. How important is internet marketing?
Really important.
Well,
that's
yeah.
the internet man right there.
Internet marketing is really important now because everything's on the internet. You know, you guys know that. You know, a lot of people record their stuff, and next thing you know, they're shooting it right to the internet. But my thing is, I get so much stuff that's just crap. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, I kind of like the old days when you had to actually pay to have an engineer, pay to be in the studio. You know, you only spent money when you really believed in yourself. It wasn't, oh, I got a beat I downloaded from whatever, site, threw a verse on it, now you sending it to me. Quality is crap. I don't know how many mixtapes I've heard where the quality is crap. You know, if you guys are really into it, master your stuff. You know, you got to send the best possible product because, like they said, you're competing with a million other people that are sending me the same kind of crap. and not to say anybody's music is crap, because like I said, we do support everybody and anybody as long as the sound quality's there. I don't play A&R. You know, I let the people decide. If people type in the comments, yo, that's trash. Well, then that's what your audience says to you. But I mean, the internet is just part of everything today, and I think a lot of people are just really thinking in limited terms as far as what they're trying to do. Like, I have my own record company. I named my record company Universal Indie Records instead of Crack House Records. When I send out a press release, people mistake me for Universal Records. Like, I haven't heard of anything from Universal yet. And hopefully I won't after this, you know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? That's how I get through the door, because people think I'm Universal Records. I've had people on Twitter from Universal say, yo, man, we got to work on this R. Kelly record. No doubt. You know? Now, I never front. If anybody asks me, I don't say I'm Universal. You know, I'll tell them, well, yeah, I'm just an indie, but if you want to work on an R. Kelly joint, I'm down. It is what it is, you know? I just think, I don't think a lot of people think that internet marketing is getting on your Twitter and getting on your Facebook, when it is a whole lot more than that. It is having your team. It is, sometimes you have to come out the pocket if you need your video on World Star and a couple other spots, I mean, not everything is free, and you shouldn't expect everything to be free. And
there's a lot of free things on the internet. I mean, Reverb Nation, everybody should be on Reverb Nation.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? There's other things like Podbean, where you could broadcast and send your links on mobile phones so people can listen to your music on the Twitter feeds. SoundCloud is dope, So the thing is, with internet marketing, there is a lot of free outlets, but you gotta understand, those are not real true fans with internet marketing. Some companies flood you with tons of followers, but those are not your real fans. Or MySpace followers or Facebook followers, those are not real fans. Only 5% of every 500 is somebody you know. So getting the most followers. I'll look at that. If you have 10,000 followers and I never heard of you, I'm gonna be like, no, that's fake. You know, so internet marketing, there's real internet marketing and numbers that basically the tastemakers look at is of course your YouTube numbers. Not more than your comments. Comments, everybody's gonna give you a negative comment, you know. So never really listen to the comments, but YouTube numbers, internet radio spins, and stuff of that nature. And it does sometimes cost, but there's a lot of free internet marketing that you could do. You know, like I spoke of, you know, the Reverb Nation. You get charts on there too. You could chart and rank in your own area. You know, stuff like that. You know, so I recommend join as many possible sites as you can. Twitter is I don't. That's 140 words. How can you market on 140 words? You know what? No picture, no image, no video. You know, I don't believe in marketing.
Nah, well, I disagree to a certain extent. Because if you do your Twitter job right, I mean, that's how I got Lord Jamal down with the team through Twitter. So you know what I mean?
He was 5% of the 500.
Yeah. But I mean, if you do it right, I mean, you can't be up there every day screaming, "Yo, download my mixtape. It's hot." It has to be, you know, establish, like he said, establish a relationship, establish a conversation. We got Lord Jamal because of Twitter, so you know, you can't just totally knock Twitter. Twitter has its uses as long as you're utilizing it right.
I'm listening, and you know, a lot of times I'm hearing that you know, there has to be quality. A lot of times, some of the artists that you deal with or you come across may not even have the funds to provide anything quality oriented. Of course, you have these phones that do an assortment of different things, small devices that can film. You know, like the flips. You know, me being in the game 10 years, I know when we first started, we came out with big cameras and shit.
Yeah.
You know, we put on the front. Man, fuck that. We gonna go to the mainstream and we gonna get these big. So when we come in like big dogs, you know. 4 years down the line, you got 7 youngins coming in with the small flips or the little cameras. You're like, damn, this shit is heavy, man, you know. And when you do your research, you know, you find out that some of these flips are awesome at what they do. You know, it's just one more again being real meticulous on how you present. And if you can't present, you know, you still stay persistent. There's a level of being persistent and allowing the individual that you're trying to get, you know, come across that, you know, it's a process. You know, I'm eventually going to get there. You know, so sometimes, you know, I've come across some individuals that may have called me and I said, send me some links, send me some music. You know, we create a level of conversing. I mean, I can't converse with everybody on the phone. I can do via emails, texts, and so on and so forth. But there's some artists that I've come across that grown tremendously from a level of putting out non-quality materials to just continually staying in the game, you know, and I see them, you know, so it's, you know, you see them that first year, the third year down the line, evolution, you know, they've grown, but if you see them in that third year and they haven't grown, then listen, man, keep on keeping on. There's but so much I can do for you, you know. So, you know, one more again, just to bring it back, you know, it's the level of building that, you know. I guess I say that in the sense because I'm front line too, you know. It's hard. It's hard, you know, actually trying to keep up in the game of putting out DVDs. DVDs dwindle tremendously. So of course you have to look at both outlets. You have to go online, you know, and it's a process. It's a process. We all go through the process. So I just want to state that, you know, don't let anyone discourage you. You keep on keeping on.
Consistency too. Again, going back to, this is just real because I know a lot of you guys are artists and you're in here. When I'm doing stuff for my show and I'm going through the material, I go everywhere to find the material on internet. I go through Two Dope Boys, I go to World Star, I look through everything, internet, emails, links, everything. So consistency. If you send me something and the record is hot, don't send me 3 more whack records behind that, because then you got your record played then, but then if I go to follow up to do something else and the quality's not the same, you just was a one-shot person. So be consistent with the material, be consistent with your product. Make sure that when you're on the internet and you're doing these blogs and these stuff like that, make sure that the quality is top-notch, but it's still consistent. And like he said, with the growth and the evolution, just make sure you're feeding them. Don't fall off. You get all this content in 1 week, and then the next new thing comes out 3 months later. Make sure you're consistently putting out that good material. A constant thing, feeding the machine. I look for y'all. It's not that I'm just waiting for it, I'm looking for it. So if I'm going for it and it's not there, now you turn me off. So if I go to look for a record and I want to play it, just make sure it's there and just stay consistent with what you're doing.
I just want to add on a couple points. We're talking about quality, consistency, and all those things. It's like you got to pick and choose your battles too. Like how she said, you might be doing a photo shoot with a phone camera and all of that. But in that photo shoot, you got a diamond chain on and all of that. Like, you dig what I'm saying? Like,
Could be moissanite. Could be moissanite though.
you gotta pick and choose your battles. Like I would go out and get a Nikon, EOS or something like that before I have on a diamond chain or whatever. And especially if I'm not signing. Like I've seen a few people here that look like, why are you here? Like, you know what I mean? Like you look real flossy right now. Like, what are you trying to do? Like, you know what I mean? So pick and choose your battles. Now as far as the internet, it's a gift and a curse. You know what I mean? It's like, especially for the major labels, it's a curse because they're not selling the amount of units that they were selling, let's say back in the mid-90s and all of that, when they were just getting it, putting 2 good songs in an album and that was it, and it was going triple platinum or whatever. The game has been hurt as far as that, but for you, for the average person, this technology has helped to level the playing field where you can actually, if you get on your grind and you have something quality, you can get yourself known. It sometimes doesn't even have to be quality. It could go back to consistency, what the brother said here. Perfect example is your man Lil B. How many of y'all know Lil B? This dude would keep a video on World Star like every other day. It seemed like this dude got a new video out. And he's whack. Let me say he's whack. Okay? But he's consistently whack. And he has a following. And now
He's in Maxim magazine.
yo, everybody's trying to sign this dude right now. Go search Lil B. I got up on him as a joke. Like we were sitting there laughing at this dude. Like, look at this dude. And then here he comes with another. Yo, he got another one, and another one, and another one. Now Puffy's bringing him out on stage and all. Yo, it's crazy.
And Puffy's doing the stirring dance.
Yeah. The stirring in the kitchen dance. So this dude got his own dancing on. And he's whack, but he's consistent. So, I mean, that in itself is saying something.
Yeah, I like to add to that because Lil B is whack, but he definitely has a plan. I mean, he has like over 100 and some MySpace pages. He does these stupid little videos with songs like Ellen DeGeneres, so that when somebody's doing a search for that in Google, his videos and stuff come up. So I mean, he's whack, whatever, but he has a plan, and his plan is working for him. And one last thing I'd like to mention: everybody that's giving out free mixtapes, sure, you're giving them out, but you should still put them on iTunes. Reason being, we have a mixtape that we gave out free, and everybody knows, people that know you can get it from the site, but we still make a good 60, 70 bucks a month off this mixtape that's available for free. You're not going to get a Maybach with it, you know what I mean? But it can help pay for like a marketing campaign, an email blast, or something. Anything that you're giving out free, still throw it up on iTunes. But you know what I mean? Because people come there like a supermarket, and they browsing for something else, and they see your shit there, and it's like, oh, all right, I got that. And you still make a little something off of it. Why not? You have nothing to lose, right?
Why are we still making CDs is what I want to know. We don't still make 8-track tapes.